Welcome to Queen Deluxe. Let's do some vintage sewing. Today I will be making Victorian split drawers. What are those, you ask? They are Victorian underwear for the lower half of your body. Let's get started. Split drawers were made of cotton, silk, or linen. They have a waistband or a yoke at the waist, closed center back or center front. The crotch seam was left open for ease to go to the bathroom. That way, you did not have to completely disrobe when you had to visit the facilities. I am using a pattern from Authentic Victorian Patterns. I drafted the pattern straight onto the fabric. Sorry, I did not film this. If that is something that you are interested in, please leave a comment and I will see what I can do. We're starting out at the knee to insert some lace and decorative moments. I have pinned the lace in place, mitered the corners, took it to the iron and pressed those corners down so they stay in place, and we're off to the machine. We're using a tiny zigzag to connect those in place. I'm carefully going on just the edge of the lace, right up to the tippy top of the corner, and we'll do a pivot. And down the other side. I'm going to continue zigzagging the top and the bottom of each lace insert. I then cut in between the lace and the muslin on that lace section and press back that seam allowance. Then top stitch with another tiny zigzag. Now I'm zigzagging down the mitered corners. Clip down the edges of the seam allowance nice and close to the lace. Made some ruffles to go on the bottom of the leg. I did some more lace insertion and some pin tucks. I gathered those up and sewed them to the bottom of the legs. Now I'm going to do a French seam on the inseam. And then I do a 1/4 inch roll hem on the crotch. I run gathering stitches at the waistline at a 1/4 inch and at 5/8. I then have the center backs crossing for about 2 inches. Here it comes on the machine. So I'm just running my gathering stitches right across that. It's time to sew the yoke in place, so right sides together, and I have arranged the gathers evenly across the yoke, matching the center back, leaving that crotch open. And start a small hem at the center fronts. Now I get the idea to put the chemise onto the drawers and make a combination. So I'm going the waistlines don't quite match up, so I'm going to sew down on this yoke and stay stitched at about 1.25 inches to where the waistlines will then fit each other. So this is going to be my new stitch line. So I'm going to stay stitch across this and then cut some of that seam allowance off. And apparently I didn't videotape me putting the top to the bottom, but I just simply top stitched along the lace. Now I'm doing buttonholes and I will soon be doing the buttons. And this all-in-one is almost done. Now for finishing touches. I will be inserting a ribbon into this little section at the waist. I've had this little pink grosgrain in my stash, so it's a little wide, but I'm going to just force it in there and make it work. It's a little rayon and it's really soft and nice, so it's going to look super cute. Here we go. I'm going to go under, over in this little beading right here. just like this, all the way around. Thanks for sewing with me this week. Hope you had fun. I did. Like and subscribe. Push all the buttons and everything. See you next time. Bye.